what's up? It's Wick for WickieMedia Tutorials, and today I'm going to take a look at the Heritage Audio 1073 preamp and EQ. They're making this preamp in a 500 series lunchbox format, and they say they haven't made any compromises sounding exactly like the original. This is exactly why it's so big and wide, and it takes 3 spaces of your lunchbox modules. But if you're really a fan of this sound, that should be no problem. They haven't compromised in transformers. They use exactly the same transformers, the same switches, the same push buttons, and the same knobs. It's exactly the same, and it has the same size. Not even the size has been compromised. So this is a really good product as far as its description goes. So what have we got on here? We've got a microphone, line level, we've got the phantom power switch. We can choose for a high Z or a low Z depending on the impedance of the microphone that we're using. We've got an EQ in-out switch, and we even got a 180 degrees phase switch. Besides that, we've got 3 different equalizer bands and a high pass filter. On the left, we've got 6 different buttons. We can choose between the microphone or the line input. The red knob allows us to gain our input signal. On the left of the knob, we've got the gain range for the microphone, and on the right, we've got the gain range for the line input. The microphone goes up to 70 dB, and the gain for the line goes up to +10. This means that you will have to turn the knob all the way to the line and choose a suitable line level gain when we're using a line signal. And when we're using a microphone, we need to dial it onto the left side of the knob and look for the appropriate gain. When we're using a condenser microphone, we'll need that 48 volts, so we've got a plus 48 volt phantom powered switch on the front as well. We've got a high Z or a low Z to choose the impedance, so we can match the impedance of the microphone that we're using. That's something I'm definitely going to go into much deeper in the next season of audio tutorials that will be all about microphones and microphone techniques. With the EQL knob below, we can turn on or off our equalizer. And with the phase switch, we can phase reverse our signal 180 degrees. We've got a high shelving, a low shelving, and a bell curve type of equalizer. These are fixed frequency equalizers, so they all have their fixed frequency ranges. All the way on the right, we can turn off this EQ band, as you can see right here. On this peaking one, we've got 6 different types of bands, and we select those with the outer ring of the knob. The gain of that frequency band is achieved with the inner ring of the knob. So let me try out a different preamp so we can really get an idea of what this does. So now this is me talking through a different preamp. This is actually a Focusrite preamp, and these are unprocessed tracks, so there's no EQ or compression on it. And now I'm going to switch back to the Heritage Audio. So now I'm talking through the Heritage Audio preamp. I think this sounds a little bit richer, a little bit warmer, and that is due to some of the components and the harmonic distortion that it's given, which we seem to like. So this was quite a big difference. You can hear that the Heritage Audio has got a lot more harmonic distortion and saturation added. This preamp has also got a really good sounding EQ circuitry. We could do this pre-recording, so we've got the microphone signal running through the equalizer and we record the equalized signal, but we can also do it on the line level signal. So then we're basically using it as an inserted equalizer. So here I've got a test recording of my voice, and I'm going to try to equalize this with the Heritage Audio 1073 preamp with EQ. So here I've got a test recording of my voice, and I'm going to try to equalize this with the Heritage Audio 1073 preamp with EQ. Even with these really high boosts, you can hear how subtle and musical that the equalizer sounds, so it can be used really good as an insert in our tracks as well. I'm going to be running some sine waves through this equalizer just to see how much harmonics that it's adding. So here I'm playing a 50 Hz, 100, 400, 800 Hz and a 1 kHz frequency through the Heritage Audio preamp, and you can see that how many harmonics it's adding. So I'm going to gain it up and see if it, well, adds a lot more harmonics. You could see that when we had higher gain values that we had a lot more harmonic distortion than when we had the lower gain values. Especially when we added these higher frequencies from 800 Hz and the 1 kHz, you can see that you get a lot more harmonics added than when we had these lower frequencies. And this is just a sine wave, so imagine running a vocal through it. So this was it for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed the walkthrough of the Heritage Audio 1073 preamp and EQ. I'm going to be doing a big preamp shootout quite soon. I'm going to compare loads of preamps, so be on the lookout for that. Subscribe to my channel if you want to be up to date with what's coming live, and I hope to see you guys soon. Hey!